Welcome back to the King of the Course series, where you guys, the viewers, send in your SCX 24s or 24 scale rigs. I run them on the indoor course competition style, where the top 3 trucks in each class are going to take home some prizes. Today we've got a Class 2 Bruiser that comes to us from Lucas all the way across the big pond in the UK. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Visually, this thing looks amazing. Love what Lucas has done with this thing. It's got a very sharp, aggressive look to it. Cliffhanger body is nice looking on the SCX 24s, and he's got this chopped way up high to go with kind of the flow of the chassis. Looks super gnarly. We'll start with the exterior on here. So I mentioned the Cliffhanger body, the Proline Cliffhanger Lexan body, sitting on these Endura Brass 1.0 beadlock wheels, wrapped in the Endura 57mm pin tires. These are the newer pin tires, the super soft ones. Lucas has trimmed every other lug too. When I pulled this out of the box, I noticed that right away. So he's got alternating pattern on here. So he trimmed every other lug, but he's alternated the pattern in which he did so. You can also see these are vented, and he's got the Endura yellow silicone inserts in here. I've never tried these pin tires in the 57mm. I have them in the larger size and they work really good. So I'm curious to see how these hook up on the course. Take the body off here. So this is a 3D printed chassis design from Lucas himself. He designed and printed these. He is contemplating selling these, so I'm anxious to see how it does. He was nice enough to include a chassis for us to test and build as well. Cool looking layout here. We got the black printed rails with the orange inserts, large tray here for your electronics. Crazy angle on this thing. He says what the angle is. Doesn't say exactly what the angle is. We gotta say that's like 12 degrees. We're in the age of extreme angled skids on these things now, but the advantage is that you stand up to go up against a vertical obstacle, you got that much more room before you hit your links. So you can get your chassis right up tight, and then your wheels, you hook up and go. So it's very advantageous to have these extreme angles in here. To gain more clearance, again, so he has printed his own links on this thing. He's got gladiator length rear links in the back. They're a double bend high clearance setup. In the front, he's got C10 length links, again, printed lower links. He has utilized stock upper links from the C10 and the Gladiator. Printed links make me nervous because I find that they break really easy. We'll see how these hold up. They feel pretty good. They've got a nice design to them. Endura steel drive shaft in the rear, plastic drive shaft in the front. For suspension, friction damped axial units in the rear. Up front, Endura internal spring models. Haven't seen these shocks in a while. These are a great performance shock. You can manipulate the inner springs to kind of suck that front end up. A lot of weight in the front. I can feel it. For electronics, FuriTech Lizard Pro here on the passenger side slider, running the FuriTech Micro Komodo Outrunner brushless motor, hooked up to the SCX 24 transmission. He says he typically runs the FlySky GT5, but for shipping internationally, he hooked it up to this FuriTech setup here. So we've got the small FuriTech receiver here. I think this is the Cosmic combo, if I remember correctly. Up front, there's an AGF RC A20 CLS servo. I've really been digging the AGF RC servos lately. Stock axle housings here. He has added a significant amount of brass. We've got Trial diff cover up front, heavy brass hexes, brass diff cover in the rear, and of course those brass wheels help add a lot of weight down to this thing as well. He has also overdriven the front. He's got a 14-tooth gear set up front to give us some more overdrive, get those tires to spin faster, going to give us sharper turning radius with this thing. Before we hit the performance test, I want to give a shout out to Lucas, specifically his Facebook page. Go check him out at LRVRC. This thing looks super capable. So I'm pumped to see what we can get for numbers out of it on the bench and then hit the course with it. So let's do the corner scales setup table first, and then we're going to run it and see how it does. On the corner scales, I did put a battery in it, Gen Zeiss 200 milliamp 3S pack on the driver's side slider. So with that, we've got 57% front, 43% rear, perfectly distributed 50-50 left to right, total weight of just about 501 grams. Onto the setup table, let's do the RTI. Ramp travel index, not anticipating a lot of flex out of this thing with the short shock setup. I'd say 13 on the RTI. Here we are on the side hill. $40, $45, $50, 55, just about 55. Now the vertical, this should be a killer on the vertical with the wheelbase on this thing. 50, 60, 65, oh, 69 on the vertical. Wow. All right, here we go with Lucas's build here. This thing is rad. Done some play runs here, just getting used to it. Man, this thing is a beast. The clearance in the back, the way this thing is positioned, it is a monster. And those tires seem to hook up extremely well on the course. Just that clearance right there. Hung up on that slider a little bit there, that pointed edge. Oh, big time, actually. There we go. To muscle our way over that. Be mindful of that. There's that sharp corner right there where the slider sticks out. So Lucas went a little bit of advice here for this chassis. If you do sell it, I would round out those sliders a little bit more so you can glide over obstacles a little better. Look at this thing crushing that bonus gate. I do want to show the benefits of that extreme angle on the skid. So if we come up against this square edged rock here and get positioned, you see we're going to go right up over it, right to the back of those links, and the tires hit before the links bottom out, and then you can just crawl right over it. That's the advantage of the high angled skid there. Yeah, this thing is very well composed. Super flat on those sharp declines. We'll head into Mini Moab up the escalator. Struggling a little bit here. Oh, good catch. I'll say those pins were doing really good, but we slid off to the side. I should have held the momentum a little more when I had it. There we go. Look at that. Nice grip there. We'll come down the chute. You can see those custom diff sliders too. I didn't cover those in the overview. I should have. That's part of the kit that Lucas makes. Again, to help us slide over obstacles. Nice and flat through there. That was excellent. And the side hill. See how this thing does in practice. Super flat. You can get those silicone inserts in there and the smaller tires. Doing a great job keeping this thing planted. Looking good. Go up Hell's Gate now. Oh my gosh, this thing is a killer. Maybe I spoke too soon. There we go. Nice. All right, I'm inspired to build out the kit that Lucas sent. This thing is performing really well. Super stable. Nice. We'll head through Articulation Alley one more time, spin up the canyon, and then we will get ready for our course runs. I'm excited to see how this thing does. This is going to be a Class 2 monster right here. Look at that. Whoa. Last run for Lucas's truck here. Run number 3, here we go. This could be the one. This truck is an absolute savage. I want to go hard here, but I also want to keep my good course runs intact. Oh, geez, there we go. Yeah, nice, able to save it. Been getting pinched back there, but able to recover on that one. Keep the momentum up through there. No reversals at the top. Excellent. We'll come down here, go to our second bonus gate. Rocker knocker here. It's done excellent. Look at those tires just plant. Just roll right through all of these obstacles. Go through the hot tub here. Get set up for the escalator. Lifting in the back there a little bit. Jeez. So we get those lugs to grab on the front, and then we're going to send it. There we go. This thing is doing excellent. Clean there. Got a good setup for the chute. Looking good. Super composed there. Out of the hot tub into our last bonus gate. Lose that rear tire there. There we go. Servo helping us out there. We'll keep the momentum up on Hell's Gate here. Swing out wide. Excellent run. I'm pushing wide here. I was going to go no reversals, but I don't want to risk it. Very composed on the decline. Lots of confidence to keep the speed up. Through Articulation Alley. That skid. Last gate. And through the line. 235. What a weapon. Well done by Lucas here. This thing is an animal. Crushing all the gates on the course and doing so in blistering time. This thing was planted. It hooked up. It was super composed and predictable, especially on those sharp declines. Man, the thing just performed excellent. The only troubles that I ran into with it was getting hung up on the sliders. There's some really sharp edges on the bottom of that chassis, and I felt like some of the sharp breakovers, particularly on that first gate, going up over that sharp rocky edge there, I would get hung up on the slider and that would kind of trip me up a little bit. But other than that, man, this thing was an absolute beast. It rocked the course, putting up a total score of -133, which is good enough to tie it for first place in points. However, it did it in significantly less time than the current first place holder. So I'm going to use that metric as the tiebreaker and put Lucas's build as the current front runner in the Class 2. So great job by Lucas here, man. This thing is super impressive. And this thing's going to be tough to beat, but we do still have some great Class 2 rigs coming up. So we'll see if Lucas can hold the top spot. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of this run and the competition thus far? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.